Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video, we'll be going through a unboxing of the high grade 1 to 144 Sword Impulse Gundam. And this is from Gundam Seed Destiny. And this particular kit was released back in 2016 by Bandai. So I've done a lot of these Impulse Gundams, both the early incarnations as well as the later revise. So the Sword Impulse and the Blast Impulse were both P-Bandais, whilst the Force Impulse was the one that hit main retail. So based on the box being monochromatic, yes, this was well and truly P-Bandai. So looking at the actual box, it's right on the front, Sword Impulse, in a bit more of an idle stance, and then in a bit more of a posed stance with its anti-ship swords, I believe. As for the rest of the box, it's pretty much your stock standard P-Bandai, just basic text and information, nothing too overly glamorous. So that was the outside of the box. When you look on the inside, that scares me. That scares me a lot. Like a lot. I don't even want to fathom where all those stickers go. But sheer horror aside, one bag, two bags, three, four, ooh, there's some stand bag, five, two stands, six, seven bags, and set of instructions at the very bottom. Okay, so I'm surprised that there are two sets of stands. Interesting. So, a lot of plastic. If you've seen the Force Impulse or the Blast Impulse videos, because of the Impulse being the Impulse, there is a lot of plastic to go through. So I will crack open these bags and we'll have a look through the runners. Some will be recycled from the previous two Impulse Gundams, and some will obviously be brand new for the Sword Impulse. So let's have a look. Okay, now with the magic of pausing recordings, let's have a look at what was actually inside the box. So the very plain, unfortunately, looking manual. There is a fairly decent number of runners, 2As, 2Bs, 2Cs, 2Ds, 2Fs, 2Gs, 1H. There really is the two clear base plates, polycaps, and the huge sticker sheet. I won't spend too long on this because I have a rehash of the Force Impulse room. If I can actually get my grip on the manual. Okay, so body, head, arms, it's pretty much the same as what we would have seen with the Force Impulse. Same with the legs and the body, but surprisingly an actual base is provided with this one, and I think I know why based on something I saw earlier. Obviously put Impulse Gundam together, so the only thing that would be really different with the Sword, Blast and Force is just some of the colorations. The bases, the backpack, which obviously be unique to the sword, accessories, How am I doing this menu? Doing this manual very weirdly. Accessories. So you've got the anti-ship swords, the rifle, shield, boomerang, and the course blender and relevant silhouette. And then there is a special, this is probably where the stickers come into play. So you can actually take the high grade Freedom, so the revised version, not the older version. You will be supplied with some Freedom style torsos, which you can then reattach back to its main body, and then you can actually simulate the effect of the sword impulse basically stabbing through the Freedom, and thus the two base plates. So you can actually have them both in aerial poses when that happens. Now I have a feeling this will be far from color accurate, given the actual original Freedom one was quite color accurate. So we'll see how it goes. Also, there's a color guide at the bottom. So that was the very convoluted instructions. So now that we have a bit of context, the sticker sheet. So obviously there will be some color correcting stickers on this. Now a lot of those stickers, I suspect, especially these blue ones, will probably to, or maybe those black ones, not too sure, I wasn't keeping track on what numbers were being used, but a lot of these will probably be to create the dynamic scene of the Freedom and the sword impulse. So that's pretty cool. Now, going through copious amount of runners. So we have, can I do it this way or do I need to do it? No, I need to do it the other way. So we have A1 and A2 in this slightly off-white, I guess an ivory, has a bit of a grey tinge. A2 being a copy of the top right to get parts for the legs and arms. Otherwise, this is probably the same A runner we have seen since the Force Impulse. So that's not too bad. Bit of a rinse and repeat on that runner. Going to B1 and B2. So if I do this, so B2 is a copy of the top left of B1. Both these B runners are in that nice usual grey. So once again, this will probably be a repeat of the high grade CE 198. So yeah, this will be obviously a bit of a repeat of the I was going to say Force Impulse, but technically it's the Impulse Gundam actually. So just a repeat of that. C runners, C1 and C2. Not a copy. Well, in the sense that C2 is not a copy of C1. They will be a copy from the original Force Impulse. So really, I guess these are technically just runners specific to the Impulse Gundam. It just happens to be in C1's in that red, C2 is in a bit of a grey to represent the different armor colorization of the sword Impulse. So moving along onto the D runners, so D1 and D2. Neither runner are a copy of each other, so D1 at the bottom is in red for the shield, and D2 at the top is in a bit of a black for a bits of your torso, probably some of your head and the feet. So there you go, D1, D2, red and black. Once again, just repeated runners from the force. F1 and F2, F1 in yellow, F2 in a nice translucent green. So just more of your yellow accents and your green. Once again, these will be recycled from the original four symbols. Now, getting into the fun side, G runner. So the G runners, G1 and G2, are unique to the sword impulse. So G2 is pretty much a copy of the left side of G1. So I'll take that away. Having a better look at G1. Multicolored frame. So we have that white, grey, have some red, blue, some translucent effects up here. And that, I can tell you, is the torso of the Freedom. Great detailing, shame about the colours. I guess that's to be expected. It is a bit of a novelty scene piece, so to expect it to be colour accurate, probably a bit much, but very cool nonetheless that they actually give you the option to recreate that. So that's the G runners. The lone H runner in black. This looks like it will be unique to the sword impulse. Polycaps, PC002. Nothing to write home about, your standard polycap runner. And then the two clear bases. I think it's BA1, BA1s. These have been used a few times in different colours and whatnot, either solid, translucent, pearlescent, whatever. So these are both clear bases, obviously just an exact copy. So that will obviously be the base that the Freedom and Sword Impulse can use. That's pretty cool that they're included. That pretty much wraps up the unboxing of the Sword Impulse Gundam in all its P-Bandai goodness. Definitely some unexpected items there, mainly in the two base parts as well as the parts to create that iconic scene. Very, very, very nice. I'll obviously build the parts, but I don't know if I would actually keep it that way, mainly because the Freedom torso will obviously not be colour accurate. But that's okay, we'll see how things go. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link in the description down below. Thanks again for your support to help grow this channel. It is appreciated. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.